Okay, we're going to draw our picture now. So you chose one of the two pictures that was in your folder, and we're going to draw a picture. Now, on the last video, I showed you how to square up a piece of paper. Now, don't get upset if there's a little bit left over at the end, like there, or it didn't go quite up to the top or went over the top, because we're going to rub out the grid later. So, and I drew that there, the width of a ruler, and it didn't matter how hard I drew it on there, but on here I drew it really light with HB pencil, really, so I could rub it out. So later, if I went like that and rubbed it, you would not have any of the line left. If you've drawn it really heavy, you're going to find it difficult at the end to start again, because what you want is a really lovely grid. Now, on the grid, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to do, not this drawing, we're going to do 48 drawings. This is going to be the first drawing, which is down in this corner here. That is halfway. I noticed that's halfway, so this string is going to cut in just halfway, and it doesn't quite go halfway down the square. So that's going to be the bow hen there, I think it's called, on a violin string, and that's going to be the first line. Notice there's a little crease down there, comes down to about halfway. So there, I'm going to draw that line down. That's going to be a bit of shading, like that. That's going to come down there, and there is a little crease as well. It's going to be a bit harder to do. We're going to look at how to draw creases later, perhaps, I don't know. Now on the next, that's the first one of 48 drawings. On the next one, I'm going to see that that's about halfway, and that's about a quarter, so that's halfway, that's a quarter. Just in there is where that string comes in. It loops in and then pulls round, so that's about half, that's about half. I've seen people before do a cross across there when I've seen them draw square for square. Now, if you've seen on Portrait Artist of the Year, they actually square up the picture when they're drawing the portrait of the sitter. They go and take a photo of them and square it up on an iPad and get it all squared up. So if you are doing from your own picture, you might actually have a program that does that. If you've got a little iPad or something like that, but this drawing is going to be good enough that I've given you. So that's the second drawing, and then what we're going to do is draw square for square, and then what you will end up with is the picture underneath, and it's going to take you time. This is not like a double lesson. This student took a month to draw that, so you are going to have to spend a lot of time getting that exactly like this. And she never drew those there, she never drew any of those. She actually drew the square for square, and the picture ended up being there. A technique that some artists use is this, where you actually draw upside down. So you don't draw the violins, you don't draw the cello. What you end up drawing is the square, and you avoid, there it starts getting a bit complicated, look, that's halfway, that's halfway, you start drawing across there. You stop drawing what's the objects in there, but only draw what's in the square. And by drawing it upside down, you end up with a picture that when you turn up becomes exact, because you want this to be the best picture in your book. Is the first picture as we open your book, it's going to say, wow, I can draw this good. So this picture here, which is on the videos of how to of the book, is the picture that's in the book. Now that is done with a water soluble pencil, drawn with a water soluble pencil and then a wet paintbrush. But you don't have to, you can do it like that if you have got that technique. This is a cross hatching, so this is not my picture. So somebody, it's my daughter, has drawn that with a pen, and she's drawn this cross hatching all with a pen and cross hatched the picture. It looks absolutely beautiful. You could do it like that. Another thing I would say is, what you want to do is actually blow up bits of the picture. So if you've got a chance, you know, you want to see that in detail, you can get that over there in detail. Or if you're trying to catch the bit of the bottle, the light of the bottle, you want to then actually blow up the picture. And if you're taking your own picture, you get a chance to do that, that's okay. Or if you can blow up the picture by, you know, getting your phone camera, photographing it and blowing it up, you can later, when you want to get every little detail in, that you can actually zoom in on your phone from the photo, and you zoom in to have a look at it, so you get the exact, all the exact details in the light, in the shading, in the creases, and what's happening here, and how the light's hitting the object. You can zoom in on that, so you can actually take a photo of your original objects that I've sent you, and once you've got that on your phone, you know, you can expand it out and zoom in so you can get a good look at it. That picture is going to take a while. As I said earlier, you cannot expect to go, oh, it's a double lesson, I'll just do that picture, I'll send it in, post it, it doesn't matter because I just got to do the work. This is going to get graded for your GCSE. Now, the last 2 year groups haven't done an exam, so they're getting graded on their coursework or their portfolio, which is now called your portfolio. You're going to get graded on your portfolio. You need this to look absolutely fantastic. So if you don't have to do a drawing, you can do, if you've got that technique where you want to do an experiment like that, and now you have actually got 2 sheets of paper, so once you've drawn it, you can copy it again, and you know that you can do that by sticking it up against a window and seeing the light through it and drawing it on another piece of paper. You can actually do a cross-hatching picture. You can actually do something which is like a water-soluble picture where you draw on it with watercolors, or you get an exact picture to work from, and that's going to be the first picture in your book. Now, I could sit here and just draw this for about 20 hours, and that would be a very long video of you just watching me draw. What you need to do is do that yourself, and then you will end up with the exact picture there in your book, on your paper, that we can then put in your book. That picture has to be your picture. That has to look fantastic to go in your book. Back in school, we're going to photocopy reduce that so it actually goes into your folder. Now, what you got to do is start drawing. You got to get all the object down first. Then I'm going to talk to you about shading perhaps later. That's it. Good luck. That is not a double lesson, that is a month's piece of work. Ironically, that if I set this every lesson, carry on drawing your picture, carry on drawing your picture, some people will sit this weekend and do the picture and spend hours on it. Some will only spend the time in the lesson because they've got 2 hours, a double lesson, and they will only spend 2 hours on it and think, well, I'm not doing any more on it, that's my 2 hours. That's okay if you do that, but that's your grade. This is going to be your portfolio grade that you're graded on when we mark your coursework, and it's 60% if you do an exam in 2 years' time or a year's time. If you don't end up doing the exam because the pandemic goes on, like this year and last year, you get marked on this. This is going to be all important, and so this is 100% of the grade, not this one picture, but your entire project. You want this to look fantastic. So if you only spend 2 hours on it or a couple of hours on it, then you're the only one who's going to lose from it. If you spend a lot of time on it, drawing an exact picture, and spend days and days on it and sit at home doing it, you only increase your grade. This isn't about just doing a piece of work just to satisfy me. It's doing a piece of work to satisfy you and satisfy what grade you want to get. So take your time, draw it square for square, and actually get it on there. Then later, I wouldn't do all the shading until you finish, and then we can rub out the grid. Anyway, good luck with that. Spend a bit of time on it, more time than this in the lesson. And I know by saying that I'm going to get an email complaining that I've given students too much work, but you only get the grade. You get out of it what you put in, I'm sorry to say. No, I'm pleased to say, because those people would deserve the better grade. Get it exactly like the picture.